Oh man, new year, same farm. I think the crowds are gone. The main lot was, what, a quarter of the way busy? It wasn't very busy at all. But we still like the park next to Stoke City anyway. To get our reminders that summer's coming soon. So let's see how the tail end of the BERY Farm season is treating the park. Let's look at Camp Snoopy and see where they are with that, if they've started doing anything with the theater area yet. And let's get our last little bits of food before the season ends. But first, obviously, let's go check on the hotel. Before we get to the hotel, do a little bit of housekeeping since it's the beginning of the year. The annual passes. I'm gonna say if you're gonna get an annual pass for 2024, for any year for that matter, the way that they do it, these passes are seasonal. They're not a standard annual pass, meaning if you buy in April, you don't get it till April. You buy it till the end of the year. So you get it now, it lasts to the end of 2024. So your absolute best time to get an annual pass right now, any of the annual passes are going to be now, at the beginning of the year. You'll pay less throughout the monthly, throughout the year if you pay the monthly fees. And then you get it for way longer. So if you're going to get an annual pass, if you were thinking about it, if you were on the fence, whatever, now's the time to get it. So go get it. We're at the point of the year now where we're gonna watch this slowly get disassembled and get taken away as we slowly pay our respects to the depths. We'll miss you, old friend. All right, so they're painting this building now, which means maybe they're almost done with that ballroom in there, because now it's matchy-matchy. They're starting to put all the floral and planting trees inside there. Gonna make it look like a little forest wonderland. See what it looks like on the backside, see what the doors look like. So much for seeing what the doors look like, because they have walled up this entire spot here. So this whole thing is walled off, so it looks like the entrances are gonna be on the sides, I guess. So you got one on either side to go into this little courtyard here. A lot of guests at the hotel this week. It's the last week of BERY Farm. Everybody's getting their fix, their knots fix. And here's the latest on the work in the front. Still working on the doors in the front there. And I don't know what they're bringing in. They're bringing in some big covered something. So they're working on the windows at 20 acres. Well, the structure, it looks done, but they're working on the doors and stuff on the inside now. And then they're also working on the windows and the outside wall. And they haven't painted this side yet either, which they obviously can't do that until they finish, all the doors and stuff. But as far as like these beams and stuff, they look done. So I'm assuming they're just working on the rest of the facade of 20 acres and then this entranceway here, and then they'll finish painting. We're still looking at this beam painted in orange with still these cables sticking out here. So this is where the sign used to be. I'm assuming that they're doing this. I mean, I think the orange is marked for removal, right? I don't know. I don't understand construction. They used to have the big one that came up and down.
Amber waves.
Yeah, it had amber waves and it had an LED screen.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming they're going to replace that with a new one at some point, because they still have all the power. They would have taken all this power and stuff out if they were just gonna put gardening stuff here. Because look, they still have the box. And I'm assuming they're just gonna take this beam out, but they're keeping it here maybe for placement. Yeah. So I don't know. Maybe in the next couple weeks we'll see a new KNOTT's BERY Farm Hotel sign out in the front with some nice bright LED displays. That would be nice. If anyone's curious about what the 9th floor ballroom looks like, this is where we're looking to get married, possibly in this one, or the big one down on the 3rd floor. We don't know yet. So, I mean, but they could prop them open or something. Oh no, that's a roof.
Well, it is.
Okay, that's just an emergency access. All right, well.
But we could have this open at night.
Yeah, that way we can see everything out there. We can see all of the Forsaken Lake stuff. So the 3rd floor, they're getting the railing and everything.
Much closer than this rest of it. All sheets.
Yeah, it's done. They got the staircase is open. So, I mean, none of this is blocked off at all. That's what the courtyard's going to look like now. God, this looks so good. You want to have the wedding there?
I bet that's what they're doing.
Oh, and have man.
We go up there and then the guests are all seated in chairs there.
That looks so cool.
It looks nice.
Yeah. Look at that. Whole bar is going to be done. So here's the 3rd floor. This is where they're doing the buffet right now. So it is done. That was our little self-guided tour of where the hotel is now. The people that work at the hotel are always super nice, and just kind of told us about like which rooms is the biggest ones, and like how many people you can fit in certain ones, and just kind of let us wander and look for ourselves to see what the idea was. The hotel on the inside is almost done. If you look at the main lobby area, they're fixing up that bar. They're doing the little, was it like a coffee shop that they're doing in front of the lobby? And I'm assuming that they're almost done with 20 acres because they've got the whole thing walled off, and the 3rd floor ballroom is completely open now. They're doing stuff in there. They're doing the buffet in there again. So very exciting. They were saying February, I think is what they were saying. So maybe like toward the tail end of Peanuts celebration, but they're working so fast. They're at the painting stage in a lot of those areas. They're painting the railings there. That outdoor courtyard looks awesome. Anyway, that's all done. Let's head through the turnstiles. Let's see what's going on inside the park now, and see if they're working on anything in Camp Snoopy and stuff. Front looks back to normal for the most part. Not too many people. Word on the street is these little box offices could be leaving. I'm just going by rumors that I heard. Don't take my word for it. I don't know squat. All right, let's go in. All right, well, there's room to walk over here, so that's a good thing. But the true litmus test is the line for Ghost Rider. That's how we can tell if it's a busy day or if it's just a normal old day. And the guest services line is hopping right now. Ghost Rider looks like it's inside the barn at the bottom. I don't know. Let's head up there and see. Ghost Rider, people are in the wrong line. They need to be in the Ghost Rider line, not the guest services line. Okay, so for reference, here's your guest services line. It is about almost 1:30-ish in the afternoon. Got a lot of people waiting for guest services. Bless you. And here is your line for Ghost Rider.
It's all the switchbacks.
Are all the switchbacks open? So you're looking at, but nothing upstairs.
And nothing.
So
nothing
you're looking at maybe 35 minutes.
Yeah, that's not bad.
25, 35 minutes for Ghost Rider. It's longer to go to guest services. Oh, also some more news. Miners is open. Did you want to get something to eat now?
Try. Are you hungry?
Not really.
Well, we can wait.
Okay, well, we'll be back. We'll be back for this. Does anybody remember last year at some point, I don't remember when, I think it was during Boysenberry Festival, Spurs was supposed to close and become like a farmer's market or something, remember?
Yeah, it's supposed to be something.
It was going to be like Mrs. Brown's
it was
farmer's market or
farm-to-table restaurant.
Yeah, like a fresh fruit, fresh vegetable, fresh food thing. And it just ended up reopening as Spurs. In case anybody was curious, the dress shop is open again. And that is the VIP lounge area in the back of the dress shop. You go through here, and then the rest is just regular old dress shop. Yeah. So you go through the doors and you just make a left, and you're in the VIP lounge. But I ain't no VIP, so I'm just a regular old guy. So the woodcutters are still hard at work. They got Groot here. Look at how tall it is. It's taller than Andrea. It's like 6.5 feet tall. I am short. That's what you would say. These are so impressive. He's got another one over here. He's just got little shops everywhere. He's just been going this year. Okay, River Rapids is closed again. Probably have lawsuits for people getting hypothermia on New Year's Eve being in there. There were some crazy kids here on New Year's Eve, man. Look at the line for Pony Express is longer than the one for Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Well, something's wrong here. Some sort of bizarro world. Doesn't look like they've done anything with the TNT since they pulled all the stuff up. So I don't know. It was open obviously, but on New Year's Eve, but this was still closed. So this is still, I don't know if they're gonna open it again with this still closed, because this is kind of a cool part of the ride. I would hope that they would redo this and allow people to, allow people to splash the people that are riding this, because that's a lot of really, that's a fun, like, interactive portion of the ride that a lot of people, riding it or not, can enjoy, like the little kids and stuff. And obviously, because it's the last week of BERY Farm, it's the last week of Snoopy on Ice, or Snoopy's night before Christmas. They're running shows all day from 1:30 all the way till like 9:30 or something. Like 4 shows a day at the bottom of most hours. So if you haven't seen it yet, this is kind of your last chance, last call. All right, we found everybody. Everybody's at the back of the park. So just like most days, they start at the front, they get all that stuff done, and then they all migrate back here. So if you do it the opposite, if you come into the park, you come back and you do accelerator and hang time and whatever these you want to do, and then you work your way to the front, you kind of go the opposite way of the crowd. And they turn the music up really loud here again. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get demonetized. There you go, there's your 45-minute line for hang time. So we're expecting, what, an hour for accelerator. Probably an hour for Coast Rider as well. Yeah, it says 45 minutes for Coast Rider too. I'm surprised that there's no line in coasters. There goes accelerator, it's doing its thing.
I don't think it's that busy today.
No, it's not.
Maybe this is a thought.
The parking lot was like a third full. This is pretty close to like a normal day now. It's interesting. And it's kind of warm today-ish. I don't know if it's warm enough to do that, but a lot of people feel the same way. We are gonna stop, what? So we're gonna stop here and get some hush puppies, because we haven't tried the hush puppies yet, and there's no line, so we're gonna get right up in there and get this. Okay. Got a view of accelerator while we try these hush puppies. Yeah, this is the hush puppies with the spicy aioli. We're down to our last few seasonal bites. So that's one, and then we're gonna go to Miners and try another one after this. So far, they've all been good, right? Have we had anything that wasn't very good?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I mean, there was things that were
Nothing stands out.
really bad.
Nothing like the gator sausage.
Oh.
It's a fiesta in this village too. Now it's looking more like BERY Farm. So I'm wondering if there's way more people outside now that parked. Seems like the attendance grew since we got in here. I mean, the lines are what they are. They average 45 on a weekend anyway. But it's not so bad to where it's like Jaguar is outside the temple and across the bridge like it was. Yeah, that was brutal. That was a crazy time in the park's history. So I haven't gotten any word about this beast either. Maybe someday, hopefully. Hopefully. All right, let's head into the big baddie here. Let's go see what's going on with Camp Snoopy. Yeah, enjoy it. This is the last week of these. The last week we will ever have to hear these ever again. So they closed off the barrel bridges again, probably because of the rain, but also because they're probably getting ready to overhaul this side now. So yeah, so I don't know. So I don't know if they plan on reopening these for the time being. They may just shut this whole thing down until whenever they reopen this side of Camp Snoopy. And they haven't said anything about, like, if they're gonna do like with Fiesta Village, how they just kind of shut everything down and then opened it all up at the same time, or if they're gonna do it in phases. Obviously they can keep a lot of this land open because they're not changing a lot of it. They're just adding new attractions and taking some old ones away. So they can keep everything that's back there in that corner open, and they'll keep the swings and the Linus launchers and probably Flying Ace open as well, because they do still need a kid's place in the park. Whee! Off into the sun. I think they're shutting down the Grand Sierra Railroad, so I guess that's next on the list of things while they work on the theater. I guess they'll be doing the Grand Sierra Railroad as well. This is going hasta la bye-bye, so get your last looks. Maybe if they sell it, I'll take it from them. I'll take it off their hands. But yeah, as far as Montezuma, I don't know. Maybe once things start to cool off a little bit with Camp Snoopy and they start to kind of hit their stride with that land, then we'll have more of an idea. I haven't seen anybody out here since that last time there was a couple workers just kind of looking at the ride. But nothing has changed since then. And those ladders are gone too that they were using. So there's a change. They took the ladders away. So the theater, I guess all this stuff is going to be like behind the scenes when they're building, but it's going back here. And here, I'm assuming this is where they're gonna move airmail, since they took airmail out, like they took everything out over there. And if they're smart, this is where they would put it, because they're not using this for anything else, but they obviously haven't started doing anything with this yet. And I don't know if they're going to do anything until the theater is almost done. If in fact that's where the theater's gonna stay. Like, I heard that they're just gonna kind of move it over, face it this way, and then put all the chairs in there. But if they needed more room for like the backstage area, then maybe they just move Flying Ace here. But then I don't know what you would do with airmail at that point. So many questions, more questions than we had before. But as everything kind of develops, we'll learn more and more about it. So all in all, yeah, this looks like KNOTT is just kind of finishing up their seasons of fun for 2023 and getting ready to roll over for 2024. Everything looks good. They're gonna go ahead and rip this Band-Aid off at Camp Snoopy on Sunday. If you haven't gotten word, Sunday obviously is the last day to ride the Ferris wheel, the trucks, and Huff and Puff. So if you haven't gotten your ride, you can get that ride. And KNOTT will also be giving out their first Camp Snoopy badges that day too, which is just it's a little pin that KNOTT will give to the first couple customers that come through the turnstiles on Sunday, which is just like last ride badges for, I think, for Huff and Puff. But other than that, I think KNOTT is on track to have a really good year this year. I look forward to 2024. I hope you do too, and I'm excited to see what's going to come. For now, I get to go to work, so I'll catch y'all on the flippity flop.